Yo, what's going on, guys? Dusty Wall Gaming back with a new series. We're going with NHL 20 Seattle Sockeye. Feeve, how are you, man? Thanks for coming in. So before we start the franchise, just gonna go over some of the created players that I've added in, just to add to the authenticity and realism of the franchise mode. So we have Alex Newhook, Alex Turcotte, Connor Bedard, who is the projected #1 pick in 2023, Cole Caulfield, Chaz Lucius, who is in the 2021 draft, Cam York, Dylan Holloway, who's in this year's draft, Dylan Sandberg, Grigory Denisenko, John Beecher, Jacob Bernard Docker, Jay O'Brien, Jake Sanderson, who's in this year's draft, Jesper Wallstedt, who is in next year's draft, Kirill Kaprizov, Kondre Miller, Luke Hughes, who is in next year's draft, Matthew Boldy, Owen Power, another person in next year's draft, Pavel Dorofeyev, Rodion Amirov, who's in this year's draft, Ryan Johnson, Spencer Knight, Shakir Mukhamadullin, who's in this year's draft, Trevor Zegras, Vasily Podkolzin, William Valinder, Yaroslav Askarov. Both of these guys are in this year's draft. Jan Kuznetsov is the last created guy, and he is also in this year's draft. With the Seattle Sockeye, I know that's not what they're named in real life, but we had limited options on logos and whatnot in game, so just to make it easier, I went with the Sockeye. So I already made jerseys and arena logos and all that. We will be named Dusty Wall. Awesome. What's up, Forza? How are you? What's up, Franny? This is NHL 20. I am doing a Seattle Sockeye expansion franchise. And yeah, I don't stream on Twitch. I just prefer YouTube. Just easier, straight off my PlayStation, I feel. And then our AHL team is going to be the Portland Pirates. Just a quick show of their stuff, just to make sure. And they play, they'll be in Portland, Oregon, so not too far from us in Seattle. Franny, how are you, man? Thanks for stopping in. So we'll have the Seattle Sockeye and the Portland Pirates. And real life, Arizona will be moving to the Central Division as Seattle will move into the Pacific Division to give a clean 8 teams in each division across the 2 conferences. Sorry to hear that, Franny. Hopefully you can give you a little bit of entertainment today. So I turn owner mode off, player morale off, and head coach edit lines. So pretty much just keep salary cap and computer trades on. I don't have a camera, Franny. I can't show anything. Real quick, just the settings. Yeah. There we go. Let me just change that to 5 minutes. And then maybe you might get that, Franny. Yep, hi. Okay. Time to start the franchise mode, and we will have to do the expansion draft. And if anybody has suggestions on who to take from each team, throw it in chat. Yeah, I know you want to use your emotes, but it's just easier, I feel, on YouTube for me to stream. Okay, so here we go. We will advance to the expansion draft. NHL expansion draft. Well, I'd figure I'd take a moment to welcome you to the Seattle Sockeye franchise. You have your plate full with the upcoming expansion draft, but I'll touch base again in a few days before the draft itself, after I get a sense of who the other teams are going to make available. So the salary cap, the maximum salary cap is $81.5 million, and the minimum is $60.2 million. So that'll be something to keep in mind as we go through the expansion draft. And the draft lottery, we fell from 3rd to 6th, meaning we will have the 6th overall pick in the NHL entry draft. So NHL expansion draft, so pretty much the decisions you make in the expansion draft tomorrow will decide whether the franchise sinks or swims in its first year. I'll be keeping a close eye on your choices, as will the fans. So the rules are we have to take one player from the 30 teams. The only team excluded is Vegas. We have to take 3 goalies, 15 forwards, and 10 defensemen, I believe, is the requirements. So we'll start with Anaheim. Okay. Ooh. I'm thinking Max Jones. Is that a young, high potential winger? Let me just check goalies real quick. I don't think, none of them are any interest to us, so I think we will take Max Jones with our first pick of the expansion draft. Arizona. Ooh. So we have Taylor Hall available. So anybody's thoughts on taking Taylor Hall? Darcy Kemper is also available. So after the draft, we will have to re-sign Taylor Hall if we take him, but that could be a key player to start our franchise around. So I think we're gonna take Taylor Hall from the Arizona Coyotes. Boston did not protect Torrey Krug. So I'm thinking we get our first defenseman here and take Torrey Krug from Boston. Buffalo won't have too much. They have a pretty young team. Carter Hutton or Andrew Hammond. I don't think either of them is of much interest. We could go maybe Jake McCabe, I think. Some defensive depth, probably sit on our third pairing or second pairing, depending on who we take. Calgary. Ooh, okay. So, Mark Giordano, Sam Bennett, Matt Phillips, Michael Backlund, Oliver Shillington, some decent guys here. Eric Gustafson even. Goalies, they have John Gillies and Cam Talbot. Again, not sure if either of them really interest me all that much. I think we go for Eric Gustafson and really beef up our defensive core if we can. Carolina. Ooh, they have Hayden Fleury, who I think is pretty much a no-brainer, or Brett Pesce. What do you guys think? Hayden Fleury or Brett Pesce? Both are 80 overalls. Fleury is 2 years younger with low elite potential, whereas Pesce is a medium top 4. Ooh. I think we take Hayden Fleury from Carolina. Next up, Chicago. We're gonna need to start taking some forwards, or a goaltender. Could take Malcolm Subban. I think for now we take Subban. So we have our first goalie, and then come back if we have other guys that we're more interested in. Here we go. Valeri Nichushkin. So waiting to see if they would have him protected or not. So I think, yeah, Hutchinson or Bebo, not really a fan of either. So I think we take Valeri Nichushkin. That gives us 3 forwards, 4 defensemen, and a goalie so far. Here is Columbus. They left Merzlikins, so I'm thinking we take Elvis. As of now, it'd be him and Malcolm Subban together. I think that's not too bad of a pairing or duo to start with. Dallas. We could take, I think we take Denis Gurianov for the right wing, for the right side, with him and Valeri Nichushkin on that side. Detroit. Another one that has some younger guys, but not really all that good per se. They did not protect either Howard or Bernier, but both aging, so I won't take either of those. So that leaves it between Adam Ernie, Brendan Pierlini, Evgeny Svechnikov, Giovanni Smith, excuse me, and Madison Bowie. I think we take Giovanni. It's a good young guy that we can like grow in the minors for a couple of years before he makes the jump. Edmonton, some decent young guys. Caleb Jones, I feel, could be a good young defenseman to maybe play a year in the minors and then bring up to Seattle. Or Adam Larson. But I think we take Caleb Jones for the youth. Florida. Probably Eric Howell. Get our first center on the team. Probably won't be our first line center, but a good second or third line guy to have. So I think we'll take him. Up next, LA. Dustin Brown, he's aging, so he'll only decrease in overall, and that's not that good of a contract. Matt Luff, Trevor Lewis. Let's see what goalie. So they protected, that makes sense, Cal Peterson and let Quick be available. But I think we take Matt Luff for another young guy that we can kind of grow to make our roster in the future. Minnesota. Okay. We could, I'm thinking, go with Victor Rask or Dmitry Sokolov. Let's see if they have Stalock. No, I'm good with, I don't want him. I think we go Victor Rask. Decent fourth line center. Run with that. Montreal. Okay. Yoel Armia, Laurent Dauphin. I think we take Armia. Put him on our third line. There's Lindgren and Kincaid. Neither one really screams that much to take them. So we'll take Armia. Nashville. Okay, let's see. Grandlin, Benino, Smith, Grimaldi, McCarron. Which goalie did they protect? Oh, okay. I think we take UC Saros here. He's only 24, so he's got 3 more years to grow. That could turn out to be a decent pick up with running him and Elvis Mears-Lickens as our 1-2 punch of the future, I think. So we'll go with him. New Jersey. They don't have much either. So I think we take yeah, that's what I expected. I think we take Mirko Mueller, another young defenseman who can grow a bit, to the Islanders. Okay. Ooh, Michael Dalcol. That's who I think we will go with from the Islanders. Just check goalies real quick. Grice, not really feeling that. So yeah, I think we'll go Dalcol from the Islanders. The Rangers, okay. We have Libor Hajek, which is who I think we go with, unless they have Alex Georgiev available. Oh, he would not be. He's exempt. Never mind. So I think we go with Libor Hajek. Ottawa. Another one of those teams that doesn't have all that much. I think Duclair is a no-brainer here to take. Philadelphia. Scott Lawton. Nicola Kubel. Don't think so. Sam Moran. No. I think we go with... Scott Lawton for some wing depth. Pittsburgh. Bukestad is there. Okay. Let's look at goalies real quick. So they decided to protect Matt Murray. I think Tristan Jarry is a no-brainer to take there. San Jose. I saw Melker Carlson. I think we take him. He's not a bad fourth-line center. So I think we'll take Melker. St. Louis. Oh, okay. So they have let Pietrangelo walk, or we take Sammy Blais. Jake Allen. I don't know. Ville Husso and Jake Allen. Okay. I think we take Sammy Blais here. We can always come back and switch. But I think, obviously, not as good as Pietrangelo, but I think this will help because we do have decent defensive core with Krug, McCabe, Fleury, Gustafson. That's a good top four. Now, Tampa Bay. I think we go with Anthony Cirelli. Only 21. He's already an 81 overall. I think that'll be a good pickup to add to our center depth. That leaves 4 picks left. We'll go to Toronto. Not that. So Nick Patan, Andreas Janssen wouldn't be too bad. Or we could go Tyson Barrie to beef up the defense just a little bit more. I think for now we take Tyson Barrie and just see what Vancouver, Washington, and Winnipeg have available. So here is Vancouver. Markstrom is available. So I think we take Markstrom. We'll run him and Jarry as our 2 goalies to start. So we'll go back to... I like Saros. And we took Merzlikins. So I think we swap one of Merzlikins or Subban. We could go Josh Anderson. That wouldn't be a bad pickup. Or there's Gabriel Carlson. Either that wouldn't be bad. Let's just double check Chicago. I don't think they had anything else that really interested me over Malcolm. So yeah, I think we keep Malcolm and we take Josh Anderson from Columbus. That leaves 2 picks left, Washington and Winnipeg. Could go, I think Daniel Sprong is probably our best pick here. 22.78, not terrible. And there's Holtby as well available. Ooh. they're giving us goalies for days to choose. But I think we take Sprong. I think we're fine goaltending wise. And then last but not least, Winnipeg. And they have Jansen Harkins not protected. So I think that will be our pick. Yeah, Comrie. I don't really like Comrie in this game. And he's overrated, to be fair. So our final pick will be Jansen Harkins. Wait, can I not? Why can't I select him? That's weird. Hold on, give me a second. Where is Jansen? Hold on, give me a second, guys. Let me check something. Okay, let's see. I'm not sure why I can't select Harkins. That's weird. Oh, I guess, do I have too many forwards selected? That's possible. Me swap out. Don't want to swap out any of those. Let's go with. Let's swap out Scott Lawton, see if there's a defenseman we could take. I might just take. I'm just gonna take Sam Moran real quick, just to see if that will allow us now to take Harkins, because that's weird. Never had that happen before. There, okay. So I think we'll take Sam Moran, and that will conclude our expansion draft. So there are all of our picks: Max Jones, Taylor Hall, Torrey Krug, Jake McCabe, Eric Gustafson, Hayden Fleury, Malcolm Subban, Val Nichushkin, Josh Anderson, Dennis Gurianov, Giovanni Smith, Caleb Jones, Eric Halla, Matt Luff, Victor Rask, Joel Armia, UC Saros, Mirko Mueller, Michael Dalcol, Libor Hayjack, Sam Moran, Anthony Duclair, Tristan Jarry, Melker Carlson, Sammy Blais, Anthony Sorelli, Tyson Berry, Jacob Barkstrom, Daniel Sprong, and Jansen Harkins. So that will be the Seattle Sockeye in year one. So we have that done. We can go to draft interviews, just kind of see who's available. Around 6th, some of these guys: Gill, Van Allen, Kirill Nichushkin. Pretty much everybody in this draft is either made up or leftover players from the real life draft, such as like Victor Hadfield, Alex Cotton. So they just so the expansion team can have a chance to draft some players as well. Yep. So we will enter the NHL entry draft. We'll just go straight to our pick. So Gill went to LA at 5. The medium franchise guy went to New Jersey, and 3 elite went Vancouver, Anaheim, and Colorado. So here is our first draft pick as the Seattle Sockeye, and I think we go Kirill Nichushkin. It looks like he has a good shot at being an elite potential player. So here we go. Kirill Nichushkin. Defenseman, 68 overall, medium elite. For our first pick as an organization, not too shabby at all, I would say. Second round, I'm just going to do the first 3 rounds here. Don't want to waste too much more time so we can get into our first game before too long. So he'll be there for the next round, Boris Varlamov. So I think we take this guy, Nathan Coburn. Worth a shot. He is a medium French starter, not the best for a second round pick. And our last pick, before I simulate the remaining ones, I think we will take that Boris Varlamov guy and just see what he's like. Medium elite goaltender in the third round, not too bad. That'll be a good piece to have going forward. He is only a 51 overall. Probably won't ever make it, but he could be a good trade piece as well. And then our final 4 picks were Stewart, Carroll, Chizowski, and Scuderi. So moving forward, we will now enter the re-sign phase. So we have 12 players that are about to become restricted free agents, including Daniel Sprong and Tristan Jarry. So I have to make sure we re-sign all of them. So yes, Taylor Hall, Torrey Krug, Tyson Barrie, Eric Gustafson, Anthony Duclair, Eric Howla, and Anthony Cirelli all need extensions or new contracts. So there's the other 4 guys that were drafted that we did not take. 2 turned out to be AHL potential guys, and 2 turned out to be 4th line guys. So we have a decent amount to re-sign. We'll start at the bottom with Matt Luff. Do that. Hopefully we can get some growth from guys like Cirelli, Fleury, Anderson, and Harkins so that they can help the team next season. We have $58.5 million in cap space right now, but we do have a couple of those big guys to re-sign, as mentioned earlier, such as Hall, Torrey Krug, Eric Gustafson, etc. We'll do that. Garyanov. Hopefully he'll get some good growth. Daniel Sprong as well. Give him 1 year. That works. Mirko Mueller, 1 year. Sammy Blais as well. And then our unrestricted free agents. We'll start with Melker. He doesn't want too much. I'm fine with that. Eric Howla. Ooh, I'm not sure I like the length of that deal. I'm going to take it down to maybe 2 years at 4.25 and see if he'll accept that. Anthony Duclair. Yeah, I'm not too opposed to that. 3 years at 3.5. Gustafson, he doesn't want an extension, but I think I'll just give him a 1 year deal at like 4.9 million. He should accept that just because of how much money he's gonna make. Tyson Barrie, 3 years at 5.1. I think that's pretty fair. Torrey Krug. He's going to be our big defenseman going forward. I'm fine to give him what he wants. And Taylor Hall, the big fish out of the expansion draft. 8 years at, see if I can get 8.5 from him. And then the goalies real quick. We have to re-sign all three outside of Saros. So Markstrom, I think we'll go 3 years at 5 mil. You should accept that. Jari, 3 years at 3.5. And then Subban, just give him what he wants. Okay, so we can advance a day. Harkins accepted. Krug accepted. Gustafsson wants to test the free agent market. Okay. Fleury accepts. Subban, Nichushkin, Anderson, Garyanov, Howla, Mueller, Duclair, Jari, Blay, Carlson, Sorelli, Barry, Markstrom, Hall, Sprong, Luff. So the only guy who rejected was Eric Gustafsson, which I kind of expected. Might see if I 5 point. Hold on, I might just let him walk, honestly. So defensively, we have our top pair would be Krug and Barry, McCabe, Fleury, Hayjack and Jones, or Hayjack, or whoever these guys grow. But we'll still have free agency, so I'm not too opposed to letting Gustafsson walk. I'll give him one final offer, probably 1 year at 5 mil, just to see if he takes it. If not, it's not the end of the world, honestly. I think we're in a decent spot, and once again, he decides to reject. So we'll just release him. Worth a shot in the expansion draft. He just doesn't want to play for Seattle, I guess. So now we will simulate up to free agency. Currently, we only have 28 contracts. So we'll look to sign some AHL guys as well. And, ooh, baby, okay. Matt Barzell, Mikhail Sergachev, Dylan Strome. Some big RFAs are available. So, before anything, let me just always sort by potential. Both Korpisalo and Merzlikins are there. That's fine. So to start, we go 2 ways, so that way we can get AHL guys who have some decent potentials to just add. Daniel Norb, Callie Shallon, that'll probably be accepted. Tamala, they'll probably accept, so we'll just skip over him. I'll go Jacob Peterson, Gagne, Lewis, Maximilian Kammerer, Bunieves. I think we'll take maybe Peter Hilaric, and then we'll get some defensemen, because that's 9, 4, I think that's 8 forwards and a defenseman. 7 forwards, 2 defensemen, okay. So 35. Oliver Kasky, if I could get him. Carolina can match, though. Curtis McDermott wouldn't be too bad. No. Libor Sulak. Let's grab him. Johansson, I think. Yep. So that's 4 defensemen. I think we're good there. So now we take a look at the big guys. We'll sort by overall, I think. Yeah, and we'll go defenseman, because that's kind of our biggest need, I would say. Hamonic, Merrill, I think up here. TJ Brody, I feel like that wouldn't be too bad. 3 years at $5 million, not too bad of a contract. We'll see if he accepts that. And then in terms of forwards, would love to get Matt Barzal, but that's not going to happen, and I don't want to trade for him because that would cost way too much, more than we have, or more than I'd feel comfortable giving up in our first season. Christian Fisher. So like some of these guys wouldn't be too bad to trade for, as they're younger, a little older, but not as high potential or high valued. I think we go with maybe Matthias Janmark, just to add some depth, as well as Jesper Fast, and I think we're good from there. And we will start advancing and see if anybody accepts. So, Kasky straight up just rejected us. That's fine. Gagne accepted. Norb rejected. Tamela, Kammerer, Johansson, Pedersen. Shallon rejected. Okay. A decent trade that went down. TJ Brody accepts our offer. Matthias Janmark, Curtis McDermott, Jesper Fast, Boo Nieves, Peter Hilaric, Anthony Lewis, Sulak. So we got a decent amount of guys in free agency to help. Still have 8 spots open, but I think we're pretty good. And we'll just sim to next season. And we'll get our first game, play our first home game as a member, or as the Seattle Sockeye. You guys can see the jerseys and the arena and logos that I designed. Once we get up to there. If you guys are new, don't be afraid to hit the like button or subscribe if you like what you're seeing. That's greatly appreciated if you would do that. No worries though. I've been super busy this summer with some summer classes, but hoping to get some more streams going as my summer classes wind down before my fall semester starts back up. Hey Avery, how are you, man? Thanks for coming in. So captains. I think Taylor Hall is our captain. I think that's who we want. And then Krug and Barry. I think that is a good trio to have as our captains for year 1. So edit lines. Here we go. So head coach help. No, thank you. So we go Taylor Hall, Anthony Sorelli, Anthony Duclair. Not too bad. Gariana, Blay, Anderson, Janmark, Rask, Nichushkin, Armia, Howla, Fast. I think that's a pretty solid lineup. Obviously, not overly strong, but it's not as bad as I've seen some lines. We don't have a third Anthony. I see what you were doing there. I'm gonna put that entire first line as Anthony's. I like that. And then defensively, yeah, I'll see. I might look to acquire a third Anthony and maybe see if we can get him to a decent overall to play with Sorelli and Duclair. So defensively, we have Barry and Krug. They're all left-handed. Okay, Brody, McCabe, Hayjack, and Fleury. I like to put guys on their offside so their shots are coming from the middle, and put the stronger guys that way if it's two of the same hand. And then goalies, Jacob Markstrom and Tristan Jarry. Scratched, Caleb Jones and Mirko Mueller. I think we send both down to begin with. And let's just quick take a look at our AHL lines. So Michael Dowcole, Boo Nieves, Daniel Sprong. I like that. Matt Luff. I'm going to put Harkins on the second line. With Max Jones, Giovanni Smith, Melker Carlson, Peter Hilaric, and then Gabe Gagne, Anthony Lewis. Oh, we do have a third Anthony. But I'm not sure if he is good enough to play with the other two, if you know what I mean. Avery and Yanni Tamala. Defensively, I think we'll have to do that. So Jonas Johansson, Sam Moran. We'll go Libor Sulak, Curtis McDermott. So yeah, we need to sign 2 more defensemen and then very good AHL goaltenders in Malcolm Subban and UC Saros. So yeah, I think right before we start, let's just quickly sign a couple more defensive guys. Barzell, Sergachev, Strome, and Lindblom are all still there. Same with Hinostroza, Dominic Simone. Two-way, Danny O'Regan. There are some defensemen. Ilya Labushkin and Bayrather, I think. They wouldn't be too bad. Oh, I mean, Boteto is a defenseman, so it would kind of throw some stuff off. But I'll see if I can find anybody else as well. Avery, how about this? We run with what we have for year 1. And then once we finish this stream, we do some research. Look to find another forward named Anthony. And we make that line an Anthony line. How's that? We'll sign Larson for depth. And maybe I don't want Ryan Reeves. There, okay, sounds like a plan. And we'll grab Joachim Nordstrom as well. Hopefully those 4 will accept, and then I can finish editing the lines really quick, and we can get into our first game as the Seattle Sockeye. So Nordstrom, Larson, Labushkin, and Bayrather all accepted. So let me just edit those lines real quick. So options, we'll go roster moves. I know we had 2 defensemen who were scratched. I think we send down so Avery, in NHL 20 it's pretty hard to make accurate logos, or even like look semi-decent logo-wise for the Kraken. So I went with the Sockeye, but hopefully once NHL 21 comes out, the Kraken will be available to use. So we will use them in a future series, if at all possible. So real quick, we will call up Nordstrom and Larson, just to be depth guys. And yes, Forza, we are about to start game 1. Let me just double check the AHL lines real quick. Defenseman, get Schmitz out for Caleb Jones. So we'll do that. Actually, what does that do? No. And then we will put Labushkin in as well. Got them. Ooh, okay. It's not too bad. We'll do that. I mean, we're not the best here in year 1, and we're playing on, I believe, All-Star, so the second hardest difficulty. But we will now sim to the regular season. If we play Anaheim, I'll try my best not to pound them that bad. That's just the preseason game, so we're not going to play that. We're going to play the regular season, since that's what actually matters. Salary cap is now in effect, as are waivers. So, of course, our first 3 games are on the road. They don't want us to play at home, I see that. So we will simulate the first 3 games. I know that might be a little unfortunate, but I'd rather play our first home game, so you guys can see the arena and everything. Avery, we actually beat you guys 3-2, simulating. We went 5-2 in the preseason, so not too bad. Ash, you know what we'll do? We will simulate it so we can see what happens in our first game, but just like slow sim so you guys can see it as well. Just give me a second, I'll be right back. So here we go, first game for the Seattle Sockeye in the NHL, and our first goal, Anthony Cirelli beats Matt Murray. We're up 2-0 already. Taylor Hall. Who could have seen this coming? Seattle's up 2-0, 10 minutes into their first game. But Jake Gensel gets one, but TJ Brody responds. It's 3-1. 4 minutes left in the first. Hornquist gets one. A lot of goals in the first period. 3-2. Goals by Cirelli, Hall, and Brody. Countered by the goals of Hornquist and Gensel. Second period, here we go. Jesper Fost on a tight angle from the near side boards beats Matt Murray. It's 4-2. Halfway through the second. Will that be the only action? Power play for Pittsburgh. Nothing doing. So after 2 periods of play, the Seattle Sockeye lead the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-2 in their first game as an NHL franchise. So here comes the third period. Will the Sockeye win their first game as an NHL franchise? Power play. Nothing doing. 8 minutes left. Malkin gets one. It's 4-3 with 4 minutes to go. Is that as close as Pittsburgh gets? And it is. And the Seattle Sockeye win their first game in the NHL. Let's just take a quick look at the 3 stars of the game. Jake Gensel was the first star, TJ Brody the second star, and Taylor Hall, third star of the game. But Jake McCabe has been injured with a mild concussion. He is out until October 20th, which means we'll have to go defensively. Move Hayden Fleury up to our second pairing and bring Mirko Mueller in. So there we go. Hopefully, he's only out for a week, so not too long, but hopefully we don't get hit by the injury bug all too hard here in year 1. So now we will simulate up to our home opener, Nashville. We beat 5-2. Oh, Jay Beagle, Roussel, and a third for Jari. No, thank you. Florida, we lose, so we're 2-1, heading into our home opener at Key Arena in downtown Seattle. Here we go. So, our team ratings, honestly, 87, 87, 87. Not bad at all. Here are our home uniforms. I'll let you guys take a look at those. Our away unis. And then here are our alternate uniforms as well. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But of course, we'll run with the home jerseys. Chicago will run their aways, and here we go. First game at home for the Seattle Sockeye. Okay. Oh, no! I don't know why NHL's been doing that recently, but it takes away from the intro, which kind of is annoying because I wanted to show you guys us entering onto the ice. Well, okay. Not the start we were looking for at home, as Duncan Keith blows one past Jacob Markstrom. Yep, ideal start, Avery. Good defensive play by Torrey Krug. Not the start we're looking for here. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough start, I think, for our top line. Duclair offside as he tried to fight his way forward. Our leading point getter right now is TJ Brody, who has 4 points through 3 games. And again, we've lost the face-off. We're 0 for 4 in the face-off circle. Here comes Duclair. He'll drop to Barry at the point. He'll walk the line. Wrist one on net. It's tipped in front by Taylor Hall. And it's 1-1. The first goal at home in the Key Arena for the Seattle Sockeye goes to Captain Taylor Hall. Barry walked the line, able to fight through the check, put it on net, and Taylor Hall got his stick on it to deflect it past Corey Crawford. Sorry, that's not Crawford. Who is that? I have no idea who's in net, honestly. But a good response from that top line. But yet another face-off loss. as the second line of Guryanov, Blay, and Nichushkin come out in the ice. Barry will play it to Guryanov. Here's Blay. Across ice. Excuse me, Josh Anderson, not Nichushkin. Nice stop. Connor Murphy will lead the break back the other way. Dumps it in, and Tyson Barrie will retrieve it. Here comes Guryanov. Spin move around the D, but ran into Quenneville. In front, good D by Barrie. Shot stopped by Markstrom. Seattle can counter. Oh, didn't realize the defenseman went for a change there. And let Barrie go off. Oh, missed Janmark, and that will not be an icing. Okay. Murphy poked by Nichushkin. Nichushkin in front. Oh, Foss had his stick tied up. Here comes Andrew Shaw back the other way for the Blackhawks. Armia to Hayek. Victor Rask, he'll take a shot. Stopped. Slater Cuckoo. Good defensive play there by Libor Hayek. Eric Howla to Fost. Little dipsy doodle around the blue line. Mirko Mueller. Tipped again. But another good stop. In front, stopped again. Good offensive opportunities early for Seattle. Duclair will start the break for Seattle across to Mirko Mueller. He'll tee one up. Good stop again. Howla will throw it all the way down, and they'll regroup. Oh, Mueller missed the puck. Blocked in front. Oli Mata. DeBrincat shot blocked. Taylor Hall. Duclair back the other way. Tried to feed it to Hall. Unable to get it to him. Fleury will retrieve the puck behind his own net. Mata in front. Oh, good stop by Jacob Markstrom on the one-timer. Markstrom will hold on with 3:55 to go in the first. Tied at 1. Sammy Blais wins the draw, and that's the first face-off win of the day for Seattle. Here's Josh Anderson. He'll wrist one. Good stop. Ian Makoshin to Dominic Kubalik. Guryanov hit as he was unable to get the shot away. Krug will regroup. He's hit, but Blais is able to pick it up, and he'll throw it back for Krug. Torrey Krug will lead it, and here's Guryanov. He's hit as he received the puck. Quenneville. Caution to Shaw. Final minute of first period here at Key Arena. In front, stopped again. Nice stop by Markstrom. Here's Josh Anderson. Stopped in front. Final 10. Smith. Here's Shaw. He'll dump it in, and that will do it. The first period of Seattle Sockeye hockey in Seattle ends tied at 1. Okay, so that is Laurent Brossoit, I believe. Yes, it is. In net for Chicago. Here we go. Second period. Sorelli versus Taze. And Sorelli gets his first face-off win of the day. Here's Duclair. He'll feed it to Hall. Spin. Shot was blocked. And a penalty on Duclair, which will send Chicago to the power play. Yeah, a little bit of a tongue twister. Sockeye hockey. So you kind of want to say like hockey, sockeye hockey kind of thing. I see what you're saying there, Avery. Glad to see they figured out what was causing your stomach pain and whatnot, and that you were able to get the appendectomy. Shaw, Kirby Dotch. Here's Keith at the point. He'll dump it into a Nylander. Mueller throws it off the post. Nylander up top to Mata. Just wide. Brody able to pick it up, and he'll clear it out to center, where Shaw will retrieve it. Off the crossbar. Keith. Shot blocked. Here's Armia. Across to Sorelli. Anthony Sorelli. He's got some space. Can he beat the defender to that corner? No, he can't. He'll circle. And he's tripped. Great job by Anthony Sorelli there. He's still being hounded. He's able to get it up to Victor Rask. Here's Rask. He'll throw it on net. Brossoit will stop that. Touched by Chicago, excuse me, and that will end the power play for the Blackhawks, as we will go 4-on-4 for a couple of seconds. 23 seconds to be exact. There we go. 8 seconds until the power play unit's out. Anderson. Oh, hits the post. Good quick shot by Josh Anderson. From the point, Hall shot blocked. Or Barry, excuse me. Krug. Markstrom will hold on to that, and he'll lay it off to Krug. Here's Barry. Power play of Sorelli, Armia, and Howla. Interesting. Second unit's Taylor Hall, Sammy Blais, and Josh Anderson. Overshot Anderson. Can Anderson beat it out? No, and that will be an icing. Here's TJ Brody. He'll feed it up to Sammy Blais. Blais steps around the defense. Good shot, but another good stop by Brossoit. He's having himself a good game. TJ Brody. He'll circle and shoot. No good. Taylor Hall at the point. Shot, save, rebound. Blais unable to get it, and Mata will clear. 15 seconds left on the power play. Victor Rask. Walk, rebound. Anderson, no good, as Brossoit able to get across. Krug. Blais. Power play over, but a good looking first power play for Seattle at home. Yes, one of these days we'll get past Laurent Brossoit. Victor Rask. Here's Tyson Berry. Back to Rask. He's got some space. He'll feed it across to Blay. Back to Rask. Oh, just missed him on the one-timer. Rask. Good play by Saad. Blocked by Krug. Here's Kubalik. Saad in front. He'll work across. Good pass to Kubalik. Good stop. 2 stops there by Jacob Markstrom. Dump down to Hayden Fleury, and he'll set it up behind his own net. Fleury just missed Victor Rask, and that'll be another icing for the Seattle Sockeye. So, what I'm planning on for this series is minimal actual gameplay, but a lot of seasons in a short amount of time, a lot of simulation. So the plan is to always play the home opener and live simulate playoff games, and then if we're in a chance to win like the Western Conference or the Stanley Cup, then at the end of the simulation with like a minute left, we'll jump in, play it out, and see if we pull out the win for the trophies. So that way, keep the series moving, especially with NHL being 82 games. That takes a long time to play through. And that way, we can get to do the drafts, free agency, and all that. The point, shot, stopped by Brossoit again. He's having himself a solid performance in net. Good stop by Markstrom. Awesome, yeah. So right now I'm thinking Tuesday, Thursdays, probably, just to get a little bit of a small schedule for streaming right before your streams Forza. Fleury, another stop. Back the other way, here's Quenneville. Good defensive play by Hayden Fleury. Here's Rask. Victor Rask. Oh, had Brossoit beat, but couldn't beat the post and crossbar corner. Out of play by Andrew Shaw. Four and a half to go here in the second period. Still tied at 1. Marco Scandella will play it to Quenneville, who's hit, and Duclair can break the other way. Here's Sorelli. Spinorama to Duclair. Oh, good blocker there by Brossoit. Good stop on the nice toe drag move there by Andrew Shaw. Taylor Hall, here he goes, looking to get something going. Little shimmy, good stop by Brossoit yet again. Seattle has had opportunities, just unable to really beat Brossoit. Had the nice tip in front by Hall leading to the first goal, and other than the post by Victor Rask, haven't had much else really trouble Brossoit all that much. And Markstrom will hold on for the whistle. Cuckoo throws it down low, but intercepted. Here's Jesper Fast. Shot blocked, and that will end the second period. Knotted at 1. Quick look at the stats. Pretty even shot-wise. 18-16 in favor of the Sockeye. excuse me, 14-8 hits. Pretty even in terms of time on attack. Chicago's been a little bit better passing. After the poor start in the face-off circle, Seattle's fought back. It's only 8-6 now in favor of the Blackhawks. Each team 0 for 1 on the power play. And that'll lead us to the third period. Avery, it is a nail-biter. This is what you love to see in hockey. Back and forth fight. Taves wins the draw, back to Keith. The next goal is going to be a big one, whoever gets it. Oh, Hall nearly sprung free, but a great play by Oli Mata. Here's Sorelli. Krug, Sorelli. Hall couldn't get his stick on the puck as Keith was able to break that up. DeBrincat stopped by Markstrom. Early chances of the period go to Chicago. Scandella. Down low to the corner. Here's Kubalik. Back to Scandella. In front. Good stop by Markstrom. In front again. Stopped. Anderson will feed Garyanov. Here he comes. Dennis Garyanov. Little dipsy doodle. He'll wrist one. Anderson couldn't get the rebound past Brossois. Blocked by Guryanov. Can he split the D? No. But it falls to Anderson 2-on-1. Guryanov. Oh, good defensive play. Anderson at the point. He'll wrist it. Stopped by Brossois. Guryanov behind the net. Nice little offensive burst there from the second line. Here's Nichushkin. Defenseman Libor Hajek leads the rush. Across, Guryanov stopped by Brossois. Both goaltenders having themselves a solid performance here early in the season. Brody. Hajek in front, tipped. Guryanov tried to get it across to Nichushkin, but Kubalik intercepted it. Victor Rask. Nichushkin's pinched. No icing, though. Played into Brossois. He'll play it free. In front. Oh, tried to make a move back behind the net, but unable to do so. Makashin will dump in. 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Nichushkin, he's got time and space. He'll cut to the middle. Laid off to Krug. He'll tee one up. Good stop by Brossois yet again. Krug. Tried to do the windmill deke, but turned it over. Here's Krug. Fost. To Rask. Just wide. Third period winner on the way? I sure hope so, Forza. Or are we going to go into overtime in our first game in Seattle? What do you guys think of the jerseys from when I showed you before the start of the game? Offside, 5.5 to go. Avery, there's our first game against Anaheim. Oh, kind of fire, okay. I tried my best to match the colors that Seattle announced with what was available in-game. So hopefully matches pretty solid. Brody wristed. Stopped. Hall. Brinkett hit by Brody. McCoshen, 3.5 to go. Sorelli. Oh, nearly sprung free. Here's Hayden Fleury. He'll throw to the point. Across Brody. Stopped by Brossois. And I tried to, on the logo, you see the fish in the logo. He has the red eye. Red eyes, like the S has for the Kraken eye. So I thought that was a good touch I put in. Spin move. Armia. Just wide. Front. Howla shot block. Fost. Wristed. Oh, Jesper Fost beats him but doesn't beat the post. Nearly. Yet again. Shot stopped by Markstrom. Kampf dumped in. Good stop by Markstrom. 35 seconds to go. Will we be headed to overtime? Jesper Fost with 30 seconds to go. And the Seattle Sockeye take a 2-1 lead. Wow. He was being hounded. Able to get the shot off, and it just beats Brossois on the blocker side. His third goal of the season, Jesper Fost. Yes, Forza. Anderson turned over. Here comes Cuckoo. Stop. Rebound. Oh, no. Oh, my. What are the odds? Oh, no. Andrew Shaw ties it. Oh, man. Oh, you hate to see that happen. Tyson Barrier, there's 15 seconds. Here's Krug. Oh, just wide. Barry. No. One last chance for Chicago. It's Brandon Saad. He hit the post. His time expired. Oh my. I think I jinxed it when I said we're going to overtime. But here we go, overtime in the home opener at Key Arena. And talk about a nail-biter. Other than time on attack, it's pretty much been even. 27-25 in favor of Seattle. Here we go, 5 minutes. And if no winner, off to a shootout we go. It'll be Hall and Sorelli versus Kane and Taves. With Keith and Krug as the defenseman. Here's Krug. He picks it up. He's got space. The 3-on-3 overtime. Krug, he'll circle. Looking to find an opening and across. Oh, stopped by Brossois. Good poke by Sorelli. Can Krug get there to beat Taves? No. Here's Kane. He'll dump it in, allowing Krug to go back to get it. Taylor Hall steps around Taves. Circles up top, hounded, and he'll retreat. And they'll make a change. Here's Sammy Blais. 2-on-1, Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall wins it in overtime. Captain Taylor Hall able to rag the puck a little bit, allowed the change. Sammy Blais came on, fed it across, And Taylor Hall one times it past Laurent Brossoit. And the first game at Key Arena, and the first game in Seattle in basically 100 years in the NHL. And the Sockeye take the win. Popped the bottle and everything, and here's the after-game celebration. They'll jump into the boards to celebrate with the fans. And a little salute. And there's the final stats. Taylor Hall, first star of the game, 2 goals. Markstrom, second star, a 1.90 goals against with a .920 save percentage. And Tyson Barrie, third star with 1 assist and 5 hits. Yes, sir. Seattle wins the home opener. You'll love to see that happen. So 3-1 to start our franchise. Not too shabby. Avery, I know you're a Ducks fan, so you know what? We'll simulate this game live for you and see what happens. McCabe is available, but I'm gonna wait, just make sure he's fully healthy before putting him back in. And Fleury is now injured. So perfect timing per se. Allows us to put McCabe back in. There we go. Ooh, I don't want to take on $6.5 million for 7 years, so no thank you, Rangers. Avery, I'm doing this for you, but the 0-3-2 Anaheim Ducks versus the 4-1 Seattle Sockeye. We'll see how this simulation plays out. There we go. First period. Let's see if anything happens. Anaheim with the first power play. Unable to do anything. And after 1, no score. Second period. Anaheim on the power play. Hampus Lindholm beats Tristan Jarry, but right back answers Victor Rask. Seattle goes to the power play, but unable to produce anything. Excuse me. At the end of 2 periods of play, we are tied at 1. Third period. Taylor Hall beats John Gibson. Yeah, oh no. 5 minutes left, power play for Seattle. No. Will Anaheim tie it? Unable to tie it as they fall to 0-4-2, and the Sockeye move to 5-1 on the year. So now, Avery, just want to do that for you. You're welcome. We will simulate. What I normally do is 2 months at a time. So we will simulate up until December 1st and see where that puts us. Matt Luff, it's just the AHL, so we'll do that. I did lower the frequency of injuries, so hopefully yeah, hopefully the injuries don't occur all that often. Matt Luff is back. I'll keep Fleury scratched for now. You know, I'd rather keep Jari. I think he's a good backup goaltender to have. And yet again, Jake McCabe is injured, which means Hayden Fleury will enter back into the lineup, and TJ Brody playing with an injury as well. Seven and 5. Hold on, I'm going to edit my trade block because I think, yep, Jari is on it. There we go. And I don't want to trade my picks either. Jake McCabe is ready to come back. Okay. So we will scratch Mirko again and put McCabe on our third pairing. How many times does Jake McCabe want to get injured? Normally, the frequency I have it set to, it doesn't occur all that much, but that's kind of surprising with how quick it happened. And Matt Luff also injured again. Yep. So we'll just replace on a little bit of a losing streak there. Get off it with the win against Boston, but still not doing anything real impressive. Arizona has fired head coach Jamie Bowie. So December 1st, we are 12 and 12 with 24 points, which puts us, I believe I saw, 4th place in the Pacific Division. Quick look at the stats. Yep, 4th place. We are 1 point behind Avery's Anaheim Ducks, who after a slow start are 10-9-5. Taylor Hall leading the team in points with 22 and 24 games. Just a quick look at the stats. Krug's got 20 from the back end. Sorelli's got 19. Blais 16. Barry has 15. Brody 14. Duclair 13. Rask 13. And Anderson 11. Quick look at our goaltenders, see how they're performing. Oh yes, Avery. Jari has played the majority of games, not sure why. He's 7 and 6 with a shutout, .896 and a 332. While Markstrom's 5 and 6 with a 913 and 270. That's weird. I'm not sure why Jari has been playing more. Let me just check that real quick. While we're here, we will put McCabe back in and see if he gets injured yet again. Yeah, Markstrom's our #1 goaltender. That's weird. We will go 2 more months, which will put us at February 1st. And a game against Boston. So Central Scouting has released their latest draft rankings. I'll just take a quick look at those. So, yep, Alexis Lafreniere, Quentin Byfield, Tim Stutzla, Marco Rossi, Jamie Drysdale, Braden Schneider, Connor Zari. This is going to be a very good draft, especially up top. Yeah, so a couple of guys that I created. Lafreniere, he is a franchise potential player, so whoever ends up with that first overall pick is going to get themselves an absolute steal. Byfield and Stützle are both really good players as well. Kind of hoping we miss the playoffs here in year one. Want a shot at a top 3 pick and see if we can get one of those guys. I'm going to decline that trade as well. No thank you, Luke Witkowski. Hayden Fleury injured his knee, so he will be out. So we'll just replace him with Mirko Mueller. And we'll keep him out until that Dallas game, I think. I don't want Riley Smith either. So real quick, let me put Hayden Fleury back in the lineup. There we go. And now at this point, since it was basically a month, we can put ourselves up to the trade deadline and see if we want to sell or not. Sammy Blais has injured. We will just replace him. And replace Bayreuther. But Avery, we beat your Ducks yet again. There was an absolute shootout against the Rangers 10-9 on January 2nd. So what I might do, because the injuries seem to be happening pretty frequently, is I might turn them down for the next stream, so next season's stream, and see how that goes. I do not want Brandon Dubinsky, thank you very much. Central Scouting's new update. So we're on a bit of a run right now, as we are 25-20-3 heading into February. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Again, I don't want Chris Kreider, New York. Fleury yet again injured. Yeah, everyone just must not be stretching properly. You might have to hire a new strength and conditioning coach, honestly, or an athletic trainer. Matt Luff injured with a fractured jaw. Good to know. Let me just do this real quick. I need to edit the NHL lines as well. So I want to put Sammy Blais back in that second line. There we go. So closing in on the trade deadline, about 2.5 weeks away. If Matt Luff plays. I don't want anybody. I think, honestly, we keep everybody unless we trade Taylor Hall and potentially, Jacob Markstrom. Let me know what you guys think, in the chat right now. Do we sell our two best players, get some picks and prospects, or do we stand pat? Yeah, Anaheim has kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit, but I mean, they're still third in the Pacific, not too bad. Tank for Lafreniere? I'm down. Oh, but Forza! So, at the deadline, we are 33, 26, and 4. We're actually first place in the Pacific Division. Avery says tank. Forza says stay pat. Do we have a third vote? I know there's another person in chat. Do you have a vote? We could trade one of the two. Let me look at Markstrom's stats real quick, because they weren't the best in December when we last looked at him. I would not be opposed to trading Markstrom potentially. He's 17, 13, and 1. And Jari is 16, 13, and 3. Pretty even against in all stats. They're basically splitting starts. So I think we trade Jacob Markstrom but keep everybody else. So I'm sure there's definitely a team or two out there that would love Jacob Markstrom. I agree. I agree, Avery. He's on a good contract for an 87 overall, 30 years old. We can run Jari and probably Saros, I would say. So Markstrom, you're good. You're good. Buffalo. Let's see. Actually doing decent. Did not think that would happen. Detroit's doing better than I would have expected. Same with LA. Who's the worst team in the league? Looks like Ottawa, probably. Or Vegas. Okay. I think we might look to make a deal with Ottawa, if possible. Oh. Let's go with the Sharks pick. Ottawa would have too many goalies, so we could take back oh, they signed Leonard. Okay. Actually, okay, so they don't need Markstrom. Never mind. What about Vegas? They wouldn't either. Might just give... Oh, what about Arizona? Give me Aiden Hill and a first round. Okay. Multiple first round picks. What do you guys think about that potential deal? Jacob Markstrom for Aiden Hill, who can be our AHL backup behind Malcolm Subban, and 2 first-round picks. Because honestly, the talent in the first round of this draft is very good. So even 2 picks are pretty solid to have. Ooh. Okay. Instead of this first, will you give me a second? Okay, so they would accept that. I'm down to do that. There we go. So then all we have to do is call up UC Saros and edit the lines real fast. I think that's a good move to make. Gives us an additional first-round pick and a second-round pick going forward. And then we can quick throw in Aiden Hill. And we can finish the regular season simulation. So here we go. Little over a month left at 33, 26, and 4. No thank you, Chicago. And we are now past the trade deadline. Boo Nieves has a concussion. Oh well, we'll just replace him. Mueller is injured, which means Fleury can come back in. Okay, 37, 28, and 6. Cool, good for you, Mirko. You're healthy. 5 points ahead in the Pacific Division standings. Janmark is injured. So I think we will slide Fost up. And bring Joachim Nordstrom in. Avery, yet another pulled groin, as you mentioned earlier. Janmark has returned, and I think we have just clinched our spot into the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oh yeah, totally. If only they actually had the strength coach in the game. He would be gone in a second. Okay, so Victor Rask is injured, but he's only out for about a week or 2. So we can do that. And we'll put Janmark. Do that. And there we are. In year 1 with Seattle, 42, 32, and 8 in the regular season. For only 92 points, but that was enough to win the Pacific Division somehow, some way. and we have to play the St. Louis Blues, who went 45, 34, and 3 for 93 points and had more. So they had more points than we did, yet they are the road team in the first round of the playoffs. So a quick look at stats. Taylor Hall led the team in points with 73. Krug was 68. Sorelli had 61. Barry 57. Rask 54. Brody 52. Anderson 48. Duclair 45. Howla 43. Blay 39. Janmark 32. Nichushkin 27. Garyanov 27. Armia 26. Foss 25. Hayek 17, so not bad for him. Fleury 16. Nordstrom 14. Mueller 11. And McCabe had 10. So everybody reached double digits in points. So our leading goal scorer was Taylor Hall with 38. Sorelli had 29. Krug from defense with 21. And Anderson had 21. Our leading assist getter was Tyson Berry, who had 50. Krug had 47. And Brody, who had 42. A quick look at our goaltenders. So Jari finished 22, 16, and 7 with a 1 shutout, 8.99 save percentage, and a 3.05 goals against average, so not too bad. Saros, in his 7 games after being recalled, 3-3 with a shutout, a 900 save percentage, and a 318 save percentage. Or 318 goals against average, excuse me. And before we wrap up the stream, so we will do the playoffs, off-season, and year 2 in our next stream. We will take a quick look at the progress reports and see how everybody did and grew. So we look at the modified. Sammy Blais had 18 different things change in his stats. Garyanov had 7, Fleury had 2, and Nichushkin had 2. Neither goalie grew in the system. Dan Scuderi, he had 24 change. Nichushkin had 24. He'll be ready to make our NHL team next season, most likely. Stewart had 24. Varlamov had 16. Dowcole had 12. He should be nearly ready. Same with Sprong, who had 12. Luff had 12. Peterson 11. Tamela 11. Giovanni had 9. Max Jones had 7. Sam Moran had 5. Harkins had 5. So overall, a good first regular season. So we will wrap up our first season there and our stream. Thank you guys for coming out. Good to talk with all of you. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, drop a like. All greatly appreciated. And I will see you next time. Peace.